What is up, you guys? Gamer Life Studio here, back at it with another off the top video where I discuss all of the gaming topics, discussions, giving you guys a recap what's been going on with my own thoughts and opinions. Now, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get started with the video itself, because oh boy, we got some stuff here today, man. Some copium going on. We got Nintendo stuff, we got Xbox, and we also got PlayStation. Some bad, and there's some glimmer of hope towards the end for PlayStation. We'll get to that in a later section of it. But yeah, it's been pretty interesting to say the least. Now again, everybody, hopefully you guys are enjoying your Memorial Day weekend and relaxing and chilling. I know I'm off on Monday, but that still doesn't stop me. I gotta still do errands to do other things, but I'll have some other things uploaded on Monday, and I should have some things uploaded on either Thursday, some gameplay and stuff like that, because it's been a while since I post up some gameplay footage and stuff like that. So, and also I've been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 6. I've been going to be planning on making videos of those, and I'm also been playing a lot of Starfield as well. So I've been jumping back and forth between Forza Horizon 6, Starfield. I'm still currently playing mouse on my handheld. So there's been some games out there, it's been a lot of games, but not with these discussions right here. So let me go take a drink real quick. Man, whew, this is going to be a lot of talking here, a lot of stuff. So let's go kick things off with Nintendo here for a minute. And if you see right here on the title, Nintendo takes aim at Power World Mobile by trying to attain touchscreen specification. Basically, like, it's for mobile, and they're basically going after them for touchscreen related stuff, like for patents and stuff like that. That's basically what Nintendo is doing, which is a huge waste of time, which I don't understand why. And then we're seeing over here on this side right here, Pocket Pair trademarks Power World Online. So Power World is not stepping down, okay? Like, Nintendo keeps on getting L's after L's after L's, every time they've been getting L's, okay? All I've been hearing on the Nintendo drone side, well, I mean, this game sold 4 million, this game did this million. But I'm like, yeah, but their prices are going up, their consoles are raising up, and these games that they're charging you $70 to $80 doesn't look like a $70 to $80 fucking game. Where are the games are at? Where is the content? They seem like they're doing like the same thing like how PlayStation is doing. It's just saying, here, we'll so-called give you more, but we are giving you less so you could pay more. That's not how it works around here anymore, man. Those days are long gone. People in the Nintendo community, especially the real fans of Nintendo, are waking up and seeing this bullshit right before their eyes, because they're like, what the fuck is Nintendo is sorry for raising their prices, but yet they're turning around and they're still throwing money at this stupid ass lawsuit just to try to sue Power World for this, just wasting more money, wasting more dollars, jacking up prices even higher, right? Trying to pretend like they're doing something good, and they're not. It's like, you're saying sorry, but we're still getting fucked in the ass because you're still raising prices. And then I know my brother at the job is saying, well, it's the investors. I'm like, it can't just be all about investors, because, like, for real, if Nintendo has all this fucking money and all this bullshit, then they would have just told the investors, hey, we're putting out a movie, hey, we're doing this right here, we got operational stuff that's going on around us that we can cover the costs of these losses, which they absolutely fucking can, right? They got a partnership with Universal, they have a theme park. Ain't the Super Mario Galaxy movie dropped, they made a bucket loads of fucking money, right? They got fucking museums, they got merchandise, they got peripherals raised up, and the games are now costing $80 on their platform. So what are we talking about here? It seems to me that so-called like they have a shit ton of money, a bucket loads of money, but in reality they fucking don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't be suing the shit out of Power World if they knowing they just keep losing the lawsuit. They keep losing. They lost in Japan, all right? They're even going to lose in the United States. So, and now they're trying to go after this for touchscreens, patenting bullshit. What the fuck are we doing, Nintendo? Get your fucking nasty ass old farts off your fucking rockers and go make your game fucking worth a damn. I'm sorry. We've been talking about this. I've been talking about this from the last time, right? And I brung up that, look at these games and how they look. Does this look like an $80 game to you? No, the fuck is not. Not even a child. Okay? Not even a child will think this is an $80 game. This shit looks like it could run on my fucking iPhone, on my iPod Touch, or my touchpad. But you know what these kids are playing? Guess what? Phones and tablets. It's easier to take out a phone and play a game than they are taking out a Nintendo Switch 2 on the bus. You don't see, or any kids are really clamoring over the fucking Switch 2. They're not even clamoring for it. They don't give a fuck. They want a cell phone so they can just take it out and just play the games that they want to fucking play. That's what they want to do. They don't want to lug around a big ass device in their hands. It's like, yeah, it's cool. Oh, look. Oh, right? But at the same time, it's like, we're talking about a child here. A child's hand is smaller than an adult hand. They want to hold something that is feasible for them, that they can play it, hold on and do what they need to do. Why would you give them a big ass device that they can barely even hold in their hands, let alone fucking play? You get what I'm saying? So you see him right here that they just keep wasting fucking money and time going after Pocket Pair for whatever fucking reason, rather than putting that fucking money into their games and improving it and putting in actual features, fixing stuff, putting actual fucking like voice acting in the game. Some of these games, like, look, Zelda doesn't even have voice acting. It is crazy. In 2026, they're raising prices from $450 to $500, and they're charging games to $70 to $80. And then we got Mouse IP for hire. They're charging you $30 and they got voice acting. They're charging you $30 is a boomer shooter, but damn, it has voice acting. That is fucking crazy. They even got fucking Troy Baker and they're selling the game at $30. And Nintendo's charging $80 and none of these fucking characters have voice acting in most of their games. What the fuck are you doing, Nintendo? Get off your ass and start putting in some work. I'm telling you, I'm not going to go easy on Nintendo. Nintendo made it perfectly clear. They raising up prices. They putting subscription services in online. You think kids want to fucking deal with that shit? No. That's why kids are playing what? Cell phones and tablets. All they have to do is just turn on the fucking cell phone. There is the app for the game. They click on it and they start playing the fucking game. That's what they want to do. They don't have to worry about making a fucking account and all this bullshit. Do we have to make counts back in the day when we had a Game Boy Advance and SP? No, the fuck we didn't. No, the fuck we didn't. You think kids want to deal with that now? No, the fuck they don't. They don't want to deal with that shit. Come on, let's be real here. But they should be more scared about this game, because if you thought Power World was a big threat to Nintendo and what they're doing and how Power World, Pocket Pair and Power World is kicking fucking Nintendo's ass, you better be very afraid of China. Because let me tell you something. This game right here, this Roco Kingdom, is an open world game on Android and iOS. Do you hear that? Android and iOS. It's on mobile phones and it's on iOS, on an Android tablet, on an iOS tablet. This shit right here, this is only in China. This is only in China, okay? Let me show you. I'm gonna show you this shit right here. This shit looks crazy. Look at this.
出发吧，洛克号启动。
Nintendo is going to be scared shitless. So I'm gonna mute that part right here. But look at this. Let me blow it up for a minute. Do you not see this shit? They got actual voice acting in this game, character voice and dialogue. This is a Pokemon-esque game where you capture Pokemon with a spear, but it has magic like Harry Potter. They got a magical theme to it around it. Like, it's crazy. If you don't believe me, and this is in China. This is in China. Making a game like this. Look at this. This is no joke. Look. See? Wait. Watch this. Here we go. Here comes the Pokemon battle. I think... No, wait. No. They ain't gonna do it. All right. Right here. Yep. Hold on. Let me go back it up a little bit. See, look at that. See? Got the spear. Look at that. Uh-huh. Yep. It's on mobile and iOS. It's on Android. It's like, bro, they in China, they made a Pokemon game without even fucking Nintendo. And it's crazy. Got characters, dialogues, everything. Actually, here, I'll show you. I'll let you hear it a little bit. Okay, I'll let you hear it a little bit. So, all right, so let me go put the volume right here so you guys can listen to it. All right.
可是，
岂有此理！这儿的负责人是谁？竟敢！可莉西亚，别惹麻烦了。不行，菲尔特，没打败刚才那家伙，本公主……看什么看？哼，迟到啊！我们可是立志成为新的大魔法师，但是冒险。再说，你算哪棵奇丽草？本公主的话举足轻重。 静着顶，看来你对自己的实力很自信。那不妨就用精灵对决来证明一下，那种真正的魔法师们陷入争。
Do you not like? I get it. You may not understand because it's in China. That is some fully voice acted characters. Where do we see that? Where do we see that in fucking any of the Pokemon games? Not the new one coming up, and damn sure not Pokemon A and Z. That fucking failure trash. This is on mobile, Android, iOS. And this is only in China. You know how many people are playing the fuck out of this game? You want to take a guess how many people are playing this? Take a guess. Take a guess. I love to hear this shit. Take a fucking guess. Pause for a minute. Put in the comment section down below. Take a guess how many people are playing this fucking game. How many people? I guarantee you, you'll be shocked once I say this number. All right, you ready? Okay. It's 13 million players playing this game. 13 million. 13 million. Not 1 million, not 2 million, not 5 million. 13 million players, gamers are playing the fuck out of this game. Online MMO Pokemon-esque type of game with turn-based Pokemon stuff. This shit looks better than whatever. It looks better than what the Nintendo Switch has to offer. And they're charging, and I think this is like what, free to play. I don't even think this is like charging. And they got 13 million players playing this game right now in China. That is free. versus that you have to pay Pokemon $80, $70 fucking dollars for some garbage ass looking Pokemon game. This looks like they put in more effort. They put in more effort in an Android and iOS tablet game than fucking Nintendo themselves. This is crazy. 13 million. That's more than Pokepia selling at 4 million copies. 13 million. In China alone. Imagine that, and if this game goes internationally, that number is just going to keep going up. It could probably reach up to 20 million. 30 million. I guarantee you it can probably reach to those numbers. I wouldn't be surprised. Because who really gives a fuck about Pokemon? Nobody. Not these kids. They don't give a fuck about Pokemon. They're not whipping out their phones and saying, yeah, let me go play Pokemon today. They don't give a fuck. It's just grown-ass men. Grown-ass women are playing Pokemon. You don't see kids taking it out and playing it. What are they playing? Call of Duty Mobile. Fortnite. If fucking Roblox was on mobile, they'd be playing that fucking shit too. And now if this game goes internationally, Nintendo, how are they gonna sue? How are they gonna sue fucking China? You can't sue China. It's fucking hard. I know they got beef. Like, look, I'm not stupid. Like, I know the world. I know the Philippines, the Taiwan, and Japan. All three of them has beef with China. They don't like China. They want to deter China, right? I'm not gonna get into super political shit, but we know that all three of them don't like China, right? And China don't like all three of them either. Okay, so they got some beef, all right? But still, regardless, just looking at China, right, and their game development, and they're making games like this, it literally makes me think like, damn, I guess Nintendo ain't got shit on China, because Nintendo is talking about, oh, well, here's these $80 games, and here's all this, here's this free-to-play game, Android and iOS, that looks 10 times better than a fucking Pokemon game, and yet it's free to play, and there's like 13 million players playing the fuck out of it in China alone. If this released internationally, Nintendo is in big fucking trouble. If you think power alone is causing trouble, this one right here is going to even be more in trouble. Nintendo got to step the fuck up and stop fucking around and start getting their IPs in order and start putting money where it needs to be at. Because let me tell you something, a lawsuit right here ain't gonna fucking help you, Nintendo. It ain't. It will never fucking help you. I don't know what kind of delusional bullshit are they doing, but of course we got the Nintendo bootlickers like AGN, because AGN is not going to cover this. Oh no, no, you know damn well he ain't covering this bullshit. Let's go on his page. Hold on. Let's go take a look. Is he even covering this shit? Is he covering this shit? Nope. Tell me, do you see it? I don't see it. Let me go to videos. Do you see it? Is he covering for it? Nope, he ain't covering that. Nope. Oh, he finally talking about the security issues. Should have done that like a couple of weeks ago, buddy. But no, he's talking about this Xbox bullshit. Xbox glazing over PlayStation shit. It's like, oh, but you're not talking about Nintendo. I told you, AGN is nothing but a Nintendo bootlicker. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. He is nothing but a Nintendo bootlicker running and hiding behind PlayStation. That's what he does. That's what he does best. He runs and hides behind PlayStation. He ain't talking nothing like this, nor even shit like this right here. Like, again, Nintendo just keep throwing money out the window. but then turn around and say we're sorry that we raised prices because we have no choice because our investors. Oh, fucking bullshit. You're still throwing money and keep wasting it time and time again in front of us. Put that fucking money into your fucking games and get your shit together, Nintendo. Stop the fucking cap. We're tired of it. I'm tired of these Nintendo bootlickers and these fucking fanboys out here acting like, oh, but Nintendo's okay. Their exclusive is going to do fine. They're going to be okay. Yeah? How are they going to go up against China? You got 13 million players playing the fuck out of this game on Android and iOS. And guess what kids has? Cell phones and tablets more than the Nintendo Switch 2. And this is a free-to-play game. And it's playing just like Pokemon. You can clearly see this shit. You can clearly see it right here. You tell me, how the fuck are they gonna combat that? This one even have voice acting in a free-to-play game. You can't even get that on the fucking Pokemon game. You can't even get that, and they're charging you $80. Come on, the cap and the cope has to stop. These Nintendos needs to stop running behind PlayStation and glazing, and start bringing up real issues and concern for fucking Nintendo, because they're gonna be ending up in trouble. Because if this game is successful and it does really well, you think 13 million is gonna go down? No, 13 million in this game going fully like international. This game can go all the way the fuck up to another 5, another 10 million, another 15 million. What are they gonna do? Nintendo will be loyalty fucked, because they're just gonna think like, oh yeah, our Pokemon is gonna save the day. Your Pokemon game ain't gonna save the fucking day. You want to know why it ain't gonna save the fucking day? You want to know why? It's because these type of games right here that are free to play, that looks better than on the Nintendo Switch 2, and they have features and things and stuff that fans been requesting that Nintendo should have been putting into the Pokemon series ever since like 10 years ago, and they still haven't done it. All of these capture Pokemon monster games coming out are doing far better, has voice acting, and they're putting in more effort in their graphics, and they're charging you $80 or $70 or $60 for crying out loud. How the fuck is Nintendo going to compete in this market? Nintendo brand itself can't hold water if young kids in this generation don't really give a fuck or care about the game. You old fart dinosaurs are going to be up out of here and gone and dead. And who's going to carry Nintendo? Not the new kids, not these fucking millennial kids. They don't give a fuck. They're playing on their mobile games. That's what they're going to be fucking playing. So they need to get it together. But of course, not this bootlicker, not AGN. No. He's gonna run behind PlayStation and then talk bad about Xbox. Let's hear what this goofy dude got to say about Forza Horizon 6. Let's hear what he got to say about this, because this shit is like fucking like embarrassing.
What's going on, gamers? Hopefully everybody's getting ready to have a good weekend and had a good week. We got a lot to talk about here in this video, and it starts with, once again, Microsoft giving you fake results instead of like real
fake results. Do you not hear this shit? Fake results is right here. It's posted up. 6 million players are playing the fucking game. The only fucking platform that ain't playing it right now is on the PlayStation fucking 5. Too bad, too sad. You know, when do we hear about fake results with Nintendo shit? Oh, well, you know, Nintendo, I mean, they're selling so many consoles, is doing extremely well. There's nothing going on with Nintendo. I mean, the fact that, yeah, they're just wasting money on the lawsuit, but they'll win. And they keep on fucking losing, wasting a bunch of money. And then you got China right here on your ass with this fucking game right here that looks better than ever, got voice acting and shit, and they got 13 million players playing this game. 13. No, but he's gonna sit here and cry about 6 million players playing Forza Horizon 6, talking about Xbox. I told you he's just a Nintendo bootlicker, licking the boots off of Nintendo. This is what he loved. This is what he loves to do. This is what he loves to do. And I'm not even joking. Hold on, let me go see if I can scroll down here. Look at this. This game is so much fun. I played it in the China servers. Do foreigners actually play this game? The original poster OP is clearly he's not a foreigner. Yeah. They some of these people can play this game on the China servers. If they want to, they know how to do it, they can do it. Look at this right here. Nintendo. Yep. 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 Oh, right here. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Let me blow this up so you can see it. Do you not see that right there? Hold on. Let me go say Nintendo. If Pokemon Company continues to stick with the Nintendo Switch, a console with poor performance and high prices to develop their games, when it wouldn't be surprising at all if they eventually get replaced by other games. Exactly. This is what I've been fucking saying, that Nintendo will get left behind if they don't get their shit together. If they don't get their shit together, they are going to get left behind. And we're starting to see that now. Mobile is literally going to be replacing Nintendo product. From kids, they are going to say, why would I care about a Nintendo handheld Switch or bullshit or a light or whatever? Well, my parents has already gave me access to a cell phone and tablet. I'm more than happy to enjoy and playing these games, and it's free. I don't have to make an account. I don't have to worry about a subscription service. I don't have to worry about getting access here or whatever. I have a mobile phone, I have a mobile tablet, I can download this game, it's free to play, and I can play the game out of it easily. Kids just want to play the fucking game. Easy access, easy portability, easy to put it in a book bag, put it in a pocket. That's why we liked about those handhelds back in the day when we was kids, because it was easy for us to put it in your pocket, put it in a backpack. It wasn't like some huge ass Switch. Nintendo done fucked up. So now mobile game and all of these products, they're going to be taking over, and he's just nailing it right there on the head. I got to put a like for that one. He nailed it right on the head. I wouldn't be surprised if other games is going to replace Nintendo. Yeah, absolutely. We already seeing it happening with Power World. This game is going to start replacing Nintendo. Watch. And I gave this warning to my brother. My brother didn't want to listen to me. He didn't believe me. He said, there's no way, the Nintendo ain't gonna get left behind. They got exclusive and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you keep thinking that. You keep thinking that. You keep thinking that. You keep thinking Nintendo's gonna be A-okay. Because they're fucking not. Because they're getting their ass kicked. And even he nailed it right there at the bottom of the section of the comment. He's absolutely right. Nintendo will get replaced if they don't get their shit together. But go ahead, let Nintendo keep wasting their money, acting like, oh, well, that's investors' fault. That's not investors' fault. They can fucking say no. They can fucking tell these investors saying, look, we could cover the costs. We got a movie on the way. We got a theme park over here. We're selling merchandise. We're okay. We're okay. So investors or no investors, they should be A-okay, but they're not. they're not okay. Because you know why? Because they're still raising prices. Just like back in PlayStation fucking 3. PlayStation 3 wasn't fucking in trouble. Who was coming in there to save their fucking ass? It wasn't us, the consumer, the gamers. Because the consumers and gamers was playing on the Xbox 360. So what did PlayStation have to do? They had to get other funds and other things that they already putting in the marketing tours. Which they say, okay, let's go take some of our money from the music industry. Let's take some of our money out of the television, and let's go see we can put that money towards the console, and then we can get it fixed so we can turn it around. That's what the fuck happened. Who investor was there was telling them to lower down the prices? There was no investors during that time was telling PlayStation 3 to raise the fucking prices or to lower the prices. It was really up to PlayStation to whether or not. They fucked up. They rose the price to whatever, thinking they're like hot shit. They got this. And they fucking failed because the 360 came in and fucking took their fucking lunch money and ran with it. So keep thinking Nintendo doesn't have fucking competition or their exclusive is going to sell their shit, because it's not. I'm fucking telling you right now, it is not going to happen.
Sales, because that's what people want, so that we can see how things are actually doing. You wanted to know how things would be without even being on PlayStation, although Steam obviously is getting most of the sales. But they tweet this tweet right here: Forza Horizon 6, more like Forza Horizon 6 million. Thank you all for joining us at the Horizon Japan. And it says over 6 million players.
Yeah, 6 million players. That's not a problem. I don't know why the fuck are you salty. See how these Nintendo bootlickers want to run behind PlayStation, and they don't want to talk about Nintendo and the fucking problems that they have right now? Is because that's how you know AGN, he's quiet about Nintendo. When Nintendo is doing bad, he doesn't say anything. He stay quiet. But when Nintendo does something a little bit good, oh, he'll make a video about that. But he ain't gonna talk about nothing bad about it, what's been going on. But he's gonna bash on Xbox here. This is the type of Nintendo bootlicker you gotta keep an eye out on, because this is the type of shit like, what the fuck are you talking about? Trying to turn this into an L, like it's 6 million players. I tell you one thing, 6 million players, that's more than fucking Pokepia. Okay? And then you got fucking this mobile app game over there in China has 13 million downloading, playing the game. And that's in China alone.
Like, why can't you just report the actual sales? What's wrong with that? This is my...
What the fuck is... What are you talking about? See how he's just sitting here coping about nothing? Saying the most dumbest shit. Let's go fast forward this.
Recently, ever since Halo fell off and Gears, Forza sells more than anything else, but you don't get the actual numbers. But Sony was giving you the numbers because that's on their system. You ever notice that? But Microsoft wasn't giving you the numbers. But they're not going to give you their numbers. That tells you.
And okay, and guess what? PlayStation has given us real numbers in some of their games too over there. I thought their exclusive was selling consoles and shit. They were selling up to the millions and billions, but it's not. Just like that Sorrows game. How's that doing? When is Sony's gonna give us actual numbers for that? They don't give us numbers for that. I don't see fucking Nintendo giving out numbers either. So your point being?
You a lie.
So Nintendo is a lie too. Because they don't give out fucking numbers. I haven't heard anything about fucking Metroid Prime fucking Beyond bullshit. I ain't heard numbers about that. I don't even think it cracked into 1 million. So your point is what?
Now you know why they can't go exclusive.
What does exclusive have to do with anything? Nintendo getting their ass kicked, even they have all their exclusive titles, but they're not getting those numbers. They're not getting kids to play the fucking system. You got a free-to-play game in China that has 13 million players playing the fuck out of that game. 13 million. That's more than any Nintendo exclusive that's on that platform right now. But Mario Kart was in a bundle. Who brought that separate? Nobody didn't brought Mario Kart separate for $80. They brought it in a bundle. Meanwhile, Mario Kart 8 wasn't even in a fucking bundle, and they brought that fucking game separate. Fuck are you talking about?
6 million, more like 271K. So he took that as the concurrent players, but that's not how much it sold on Steam. But once again, he's talking about active players. So there's active players, and then there's total sales. Steam probably has like 1 million plus sales, no doubt about that. Xbox says, see you all at the festival. Of course, I mean, you're gonna just say that, but you're not gonna say how much it actually sold.
Who cares? This is the type of fucking videos, like I'm saying. This doesn't make any sense. You just got 6 million players, cool. All right, we're moving on. 6 million players are playing it, and that's without PlayStation 5 yet. And then if you add PlayStation to it, that'd be what, another 5 more million players? So it'd be close up to 10 million. AGN, just stop the cope, okay? This is like the pathetic these are the type of fanboys you gotta watch out for. I'm telling you gotta watch out for. I told you he's nothing but a Nintendo bootlicker. I am telling you. And mostly everybody just clowning him in the section. Look at this. Oh boy, here we go. Here comes the Nintendo bootlicker running behind PlayStation exclusives again. I don't hear 6 million of sorrow sales. I forgot I saw a PlayStation exclusive. Only 300K. Yeah. It should be funny because it's like, oh well, I don't hear nothing from PlayStation over there. Talking about, yeah, man, Sorrow sold like fucking like 5 million, 4 million. I don't even hear that. Where's that? Forza did not sell 6 million. If they did 6 million or 5 million, I don't care. They're making money, and PlayStation is constantly bleeding out money every single week. What about Bungie with that 3.6 billion? Yeah. What about that? What about that? What about Sorrows? What about those games? Right? We're gonna get to that. But this is the type of shit, like I said, like look at this. AGN delusional equals Dreamcast Guide 2.0. AGN fraud. AGN another L. Exactly. AGN Dreamcast Guide 3.0. PlayStation shut down studios. There are live service games. PlayStation fanboys commenting on Xbox more than PlayStation bullshit. Yep, that's how you know AGN the bootlicker. Just a bootlicker AGN. That's all he does, bootlicking. Crazy. Speaking of which, let's move on to Xbox, right? Xbox hires new executive to strengthen the console side of the business, and Xbox chief strategy official is planning on revisiting probably like some storied franchises. So basically he might be revisiting some old franchises that they have, like old IPs, which they should, right? I know they have shut down the Perfect Dark one, right? Now again, I'm not gonna sit here and say I wasn't disappointed. Of course I was disappointed. I was like, damn bro, this just sucks. Like, I would like to see how Perfect Dark will turn out. But if their job is to investigate and figure out like, hey, is this game is going somewhere, or are they still just spinning their wheels? If they're still just spinning their wheels in Perfect Dark and they barely even have this game ready or in whatever state where it is, then it's just a matter of time to just cancel the game, which is heartbreaking, yes, but it's necessary. Unlike PlayStation, they'll spin their fucking wheels until they bleed out dry, and then they'll shut down a studio, or they'll shut down a studio that'd be like, yeah, let's go shut down this studio, but we're thinking about doing a remake of this. Then what the fuck are you shutting down a studio that's gonna do you a fucking remake? That can't do a remake, and you shutting down their projects, but now you're planning now. It's just like, what the fuck? At least I can get credit where credit is due. Xbox is willing to investigate and what's going on in the project status, whether we should continue putting money towards it, or do we need to cancel it and scrap it and either dissolve this studio or do something else. I'd much rather have a studio that put their fucking foot down than just wasting and bleeding money over a pipe dream, like how Sony bleeding out money for a pipe dream that you're not going to get. So this is good. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I tell you one thing, I know for damn sure real PlayStation fans saying, damn, I wish we had a new executive, new things going on over there, you know, like fixing some of the damages that Sony and PlayStation and Herman Hulst has done, and Jim Ryan, you know, did a lot of fucking damages. Look, my brother was even calling it out too. He was upset too, because he was like, yo, man, like these people are just wasting money over there, shutting down this studio. Now they're planning on thinking about doing this and doing that. I'm like, I told him like this, it sounds like to me they want that Xbox energy over there. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean by exclusive. I mean by, oh, they're going to actually put in actual executive that is going to start listening to the PlayStation real gamers and seeing what do you want in a game, so we can start putting our studios to work, so we can curate and make games for you, so we can start building a community and growing. Like, actually listen to the player feedback over there at PlayStation. I think that's the type of energy that real PlayStation gamers that I know wants desperately. They want them to answer and fix the DRM issue, the 30-day ankle brace monitor bullshit. They want you to fix a lot of shit over there. And it seems to me Xbox is on the right page, on the right track. Some old franchises to revisit. Hey, do a swap game. That'd be fucking great. Prototype. That'd be another thing. There's a lot of games over there. I think I have made a video like about, I think either like a couple of years ago, like 2-3 years ago back, we had this discussion. I had a discussion where I was talking about the acquisition and stuff like that, like some of the, you know, Activision IPs that they have right now underneath their belts that they could go back and revisit and do a lot. Like, again, SWAT 4 will be great. Hey, and Kevin Levine is making Judaism, so I don't know if it's possible, but maybe if Kevin Levine is looking for maybe a different project or something, hey, Xbox execs can go over there, talk to him and say, hey, we'll fund you some, you know, we'll fund you your studio, but hey, we got this old IP like SWAT 4. Can you do a SWAT 5 if we get the right people in the team? Do you think you can do it? I maybe Kevin Levine might say yes. I don't know. It doesn't hurt to try, you know? Like, again, I like to see Kevin Levine to maybe get his hands on some of his old projects and start doing something with it. That'd be great. I would love to see that. So there's that. And there's some other franchises too. Like, again, Prototype, they have I believe they have Spyro. They do have Spyro, and I believe they do have Crash Bandicoot. So they got those franchises they can do something with. You know, there's a lot of franchises. Banjo-Kazooie, that was one of them. Perfect Dark. You know, there's just so much games that they can go back in there and revisit and do something new or fresh. Hell, they could do something even with Crimson Sky. You know, that'd be great if they could do a remake of Crimson Sky, that airplane game. I would love to have that to make a comeback. That'd be great, especially for like flight sims, like where, okay, yeah, you know, flight sim is cool and shit, you know, and they got Ace Combat, but can we have another flying like airplane game like that? Like, you know, not like sci-fi-ish space flying shit, but like more like, again, like Crimson Sky, like a nice airplane game. That would be great. You know, remake that one, bring that back. But it seems like Xbox is going into the right direction here, right? And also, right, Xbox shipped his first mini features in response to player voice feedback. So basically, they have put this out there where players can voice their opinions and give feedbacks to certain things and stuff like that. What's been going on? This is absolutely another big W that I wish PlayStation could actually do too. These are the type of things that, again, PlayStation should be doing, but they're not doing. Put that over there too. Hell, put that on the Nintendo Switch. I guarantee you they'll be voicing a lot of their opinions, saying, hey, put this in the game, do this, do that, make this game again. So I'm glad that they are taking steps into saying, hey, let's go put the voice player feedback, let's put some voices to it, let's hear what they gotta say about it, what do they want, what features and stuff. Cool, great, this is awesome. This is a big fucking W right here. So I'm very happy about this. So, and basically right here it says, thank you to everyone who has shared your feedback via Xbox player voice. In the first week, we have received over 60Ks plus ideas and suggestions, and we have already shifted out our first new features in response to your feedback. Keep it coming, we are listening. And again, where is this energy at PlayStation? I am so glad Xbox is doing this shit. This just tells me that Xbox is going into the right direction, and it seems to me that they're taking steps into actually listening to the player feedback, not these fucking clowns on the internet, okay? Not these fake ass gamers, okay? We got too many of them. Too many. I can tell you right now, there's a whole bunch of them. Even on Discord, there's a bunch of them, okay? Bunch of these fake ass gamers. I'm tired of it. So I'm glad they're taking steps in the right direction. Good. Put that shit towards fucking PlayStation. They'll be fucking glad. I guarantee you it'll be more than over 60K fucking feedback. I guarantee you it'll be well over 20 plus K feedback. Well over more feedback on there. All right, moving on to here. This one, I found this one to be interesting. We don't want it at all. Player aside hates the idea of Xbox disc to digital program. So I'm gonna put this right here because this is from Pirate Nation. He'll tell us better, which I don't got X. So says right here, Microsoft is working on a new system called ProCenter. I don't even know how to say it. I'm sorry. I'm like half asleep a little bit. I'm sorry. That could let Xbox players turn their physical games disc into a digital copy. This is the idea is simple. Just put the disc in the console and then you get your digital code. Like that'd be what? This would be fucking amazing right now. If this actually goes through, this will be another huge fucking W. This will be the biggest W ever. Like, this is amazing. This is what I guarantee you even PlayStation gamers have thought about this. Like, why can't we just take our disc that we already have? If I put it into the PlayStation 5, just read it and just give me a digital copy for it. That'd be fucking cool. And like, again, the disc will still work on the old gen console. Like, it will still work. If you have the old gen console, even if you have the new one, that shit will still work. Like, that'd be crazy if it, oh my God, this would be so amazing. If they do this, this will be so fucking amazing. This will be a huge W. And I don't think it's not far-fetched. Like, it can't, like, this can't work. Like, again, they already have the license keys on each of these discs. So it's not hard that if they already have the license key, they can just basically have the key and give them the digital copy. And then, like, let's say if someone at the store said, oh, well, I got this disc used and stuff, and then they try to put it into their system, it may not work because the digital key license has already been used for another system, for another account. Therefore, it's not going to be just like an infinite copy machine. Like, it's basically like if you own these discs like legitly at home and you have the keys, it's going to be basically this key is going to be tied to your account. That's it. So, which is pretty fucking cool. Like, if this idea does work, this would be an awesome idea. Hell yeah. I want this. I want this to happen. I don't know what people are thinking. I don't know what Xbox gamers are thinking about. Like, this shit is crazy good. That means that any physical disc that I have, I can literally just throw it in there, get my digital license for it, and the game will just work. I don't need to repurchase a digital game or a physical game at all, because if I already have the physical, I don't need to repay a digital license for it again, because I already got the physical. And that's amazing. That right there can save a lot of people's money. It really can. That is cool. Like, that needs to happen. That needs to happen. Shit is pretty cool. And again, this is just another W. Like, again, where's this on PlayStation? Like, I think PlayStation gamers have been asking for this for a very long time. For real. They've been asking for this. Oh my god. I don't know what's been going on, but it seems to me Xbox been going in the right direction here lately. They've been doing some good things, giving some voice feedback. Forza Horizon 6 is doing extremely well. Got 6 million players playing that game. So that is really successful. Probably is going up even further. So, and then when it drops to PlayStation, whenever it does, it's going to go up even higher. So it's crazy. And now they're thinking about ideas of like physical to digital ownership without having to rebuy the digital copy again. So if you own like Sun's Horizon from a physical, and let's say, oh, I want the digital, you have to rebuy it again. But if you don't have to rebuy it again, if you own the physical, you put the disc in there, they'll see in the license key for it, and then they'll probably put that digital copy, like the digital one, tied to your account, which is amazing. If this does happen, this shit will be fucking fantastic. And I think they can probably work it because, like, again, each of those physical has a different key. So it's not going to be the same license key. So they can definitely keep track of it in their infrastructure at Sony and Microsoft. You know, I mean, sorry, not Sony, Microsoft. Microsoft and Xbox, they can keep track of that. Because they already got like their data centers, their online stuff, whatever. So if they can build something around that, this will be fucking amazing. This will be fucking amazing. That'd be cool. That'd be great. Like, I could still have the physical media, you could still buy it. But if I want the digital copy for it, I don't have to rebuy the digital copy again. Because let's say if my physical was broken or it doesn't work or something happens, I still have the digital license key on my system and I can still play the game, which is cool. And they're doing good backwards compatibility and stuff like that. So for me, this sounds all good. And plus, and also bring that up, backwards compatibility, which they have already talked about it at the GDC, right? They're still doing they're doing backwards compatibility on the Series X right now is more amazing than even on the PlayStation 5 and even the Pro. Because, like, again, they could take like an old disc all the way back from the OG Xbox, like the black disc, put it into the latest console right now, which is right now, the current one is the Series X, currently right now. And then you can literally put that black disc inside of the system. It will read it and you can still play the game. That's amazing. That is amazing. And they also have it digitally available as well, and is not even locked behind a subscription service. So that's really is a W. That's a W for Xbox. So they've been taking a lot of W's here. lot of W's, and then now we got the L's coming through because we got the fucking pony bots, or the Xbox retarded fanboys out here, like Cope Eastwood, and then we got fucking this fucking dude Mag. Oh my god, saying the most stupidest shit about Xbox should bring back exclusive. Like, exclusive ain't gonna help anybody. It ain't gonna do shit. But let's hear Colt,
make it to like
Colt
with the kind of
with his coping section here for a minute. Gonna see if I could put the chat up.
year that we're having, and it's not a slight against the game. It's like the kind of year that we're having and the quality that we're getting. I don't know, and I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying Crimson Desert is not quality, but people, I think, get all worked up. I'm just saying, I think it'll get knocked out the box.
Worked up. Sorry,
I think it'll get knocked out the box.
Speaking of
Come
the
on,
box,
Buffalo, do something.
Hold on, let me see. Do we have the exclusive rant? I'm sorry. Okay, no, right here. My bad, got it on the wrong section right here. Okay, here's the exclusive rant.
SR55, thank you so much for the $5 super. Says, for exclusives, one interesting idea I saw is Xbox Game Studio games are exclusive. Bethesda holds theirs for 6 months to a year, and Activision are all multi-platform. That's kind of an interesting idea, but I don't.
You talk about?
Oh my god.
You talk about for like PlayStation, Steam, like everybody kind of thing. Like
I think what he's saying is
on the Xbox and Windows.
Anything from Rare, Compulsion, Ninja Theory, Playground, all those Xbox Game Studios, those would never go anywhere else. I'll say besides PC and Xbox, right? And then Bethesda would be a 6 month.
Besides just PC and Xbox. At that point, that's not even exclusive. If you're putting it on PC, you're not exclusive. Nintendo's not even an exclusive anymore because they put in games on mobile as well. Nintendo does put games, official licenses games on mobile. Are they still exclusive? No, they're putting their games on mobile devices. Why? Because they're trying to go after the kids. Sony is not even exclusive anymore. They've been putting games on PC. They've been putting games on Nintendo Switch, and they have ported games over like Helldivers to the Xbox platform.
Time exclusive and Activision will always be multi-platform. I don't like that idea because
sound like a bunch of pony bots. Sounds like some PlayStation fanboy shit. Like they're just saying the same bullshit.
I know I could always tell you why they should go multi-plat because they needed the money and that's what they had to do it, but
they needed the money, they had to do it. No, they should be doing that's making bank. Let these studios succeed. You keep them trapped on exclusive bullshit, it ain't gonna let these studios to shine. You're just holding them back and their money. It's ridiculous.
You don't pick a publisher and say you're never going to be exclusive. You have to look and say, what are we going to do with Elder Scrolls 6? I'm going to repeat this again. You look at Elder Scrolls 6 and you say, this is the one. You want this game, you freaking go buy an Xbox, or you play it on Xbox PC or on Steam, on our platform on Windows, or you play it on Xbox console. If you think like Elder Scrolls 6, if it is as good as Skyrim or even anywhere close, they should have the balls. They should have the balls to say, this is the one that's going to be exclusive. And if you want this game, if this game is worthy of coming and getting it from us. And I think they need to do that because you can sit here all day and say, but what about the money? They'll never do it. There's 3 times as many people on PlayStation. I don't give a flying fudge.
Oh my god, bro, like stop. Yo, like come on, Colt, you're acting like a fanboy. It ain't gonna work. It's not going to work. Elder Scrolls, it's fine to do it as a time exclusive if you want to do it that way. I don't know if they are going to do it that way, but just put it on PlayStation and then people will buy it. We've seen Starfield putting it on there. We've seen Forza Horizon put it years later. It still sell well. It still does incredibly well. So what are we talking about, Colt? Even if they made it Elder Scrolls exclusively to an Xbox, people are not gonna just run out and buy an Xbox for that one game. They're not gonna do it. Okay, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it for one game. They're not gonna do it for two. Just like me, I wouldn't run out and buy a PlayStation for one exclusive or two. It ain't gonna happen. They don't have enough weight for me to go and get a PlayStation because there's no games on there that really is going to intrigue me or playing long lasting. These are just going to be one and done games. Colt, you gotta stop. Like, you gotta stop being in a time capsule, bro. You're coping. This exclusive bullshit is not, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna sell an Xbox. Just like Nintendo doesn't have fucking kids buying their system. All the Nintendo people are mostly grown ass adults in their 30s and 40s, washed up, living through nostalgia, living through a rose tinted glasses. They're not fucking children. They're not kids like playing it underneath the bed of their pillow and playing their games and shit late nights, right? They're not taking it with them to school, playing it on the fucking school bus. We don't live in those times anymore. You don't see any kid on the Nintendo side are doing that shit. What are they taking out? They're taking out their cell phones or tablets on the bus and playing games like that. They're bringing that shit to school. Because you know why? It's smaller, it's easier, and it's easy to get in. They don't have to make an account. They don't have to worry about subscription service. They don't have to worry about anything. They just bring the phone, it's fully charged. They turn on the phone and they see the game. They click the button and they start playing the game. That's how easy it is. Unlike the Switch and the Switch 2, it's not as easy. It's not as intuitive.
You have to say, we're good enough. We're worth it. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful, baby. You have to
stop with this fucking cringe. It's not going to work.
You have to say, we're going to treat our platform with respect and say, come to us and play our big games. Now, if you got some game like,
come on, go, just stop. You're not going to bring people over. Okay. It didn't work. Ain't Phil Spencer just talked about this, and Phil Spencer was right. Phil Spencer says, look, we can make the biggest, greatest game, a Starfield or whatever. It's still not going to bring people to come over to buy the platform, right? What makes people go to PC and go on Steam and people keep coming back to Steam? Here, look, the only way they're going to win this generation on both of these platforms, I'm talking about across Nintendo, right? Across PlayStation and across Xbox. If they want to win, they gotta be like Steam, period. Look at this. I'm gonna show you why it's easy. Okay, you see this right here? You see this interface? It's easy. I come in here, I got my libraries right here. I could click on any one of these games and download it. I got a community tab right here. If there's something that's been going on in the community and stuff, I got a community tab, right? There's no ads. There's no crazy shit. There's no ads on my library other than just giving me, hey, what's new? Like all these weekly updates. Hey, I haven't touched Steam in a while. What's been going on from the last couple of weeks in April, May, June? What's been happening? I can go up here and read about it. And if something caught my eye or interested, I'll click on it and see what's been going on. Updates, this and that, right? What's been going on? And then I got my, profile and everything right here. Got my profile, boom. Got all the games right here, whatever I've been playing and stuff. Whatever groups that I have, my friends, right? All of this stuff, badges and stuff. I got a profile. I got all of this stuff going on. Got a community tab. What's been going on? Discussions, broadcasting and stuff. Got my library, and then here comes the store. Look at this. I got the storefront. Easy, intuitive. I can come in here. Oh, what's on sale? Boom. I can click on what's on sale, the newest game, the top games on Steam, on the Steam handheld, right? Special. Here's free games. You can look up by tags, new releases. Oh, what's coming new? Oh, look, we got Forza Horizon 6. Cool. That's new. I'll get that. Oh, Lego Batman drop. Okay, I'm gonna be, maybe I want to play that. There's always something here. You know? Like there's something here for me to look at. I could find stuff, I could play, I could look through categories, the hardware, all this stuff that's going on. Easy, intuitive. The settings, easy, intuitive. I can go offline. I can sign out. I can change accounts. I can go do this. I can go through the settings. I can go through view. I can go through big picture mode. Update news. Like, you see this? Easy, simple, and intuitive. It's easy, simple, and intuitive. No ads, no crazy bullshit, no McDonald bullshit ads, or oversized junk. Simplicity and ease of use is key. That's why people go on Steam and keep buying games on Steam. The sales, the ease of use, the profile. There's not a bunch of fucking ads and shit. Easy to find shit, easy to go through. Easy to go through the menu. If I'm not sure about something about a game or something, oh, I can click on here, I can manage it. I can look up the local files on here. I can uninstall the game. I can back it up. I can hide this game. I can go through the properties, look at the updates, what's been going on there. Install. I can change the install, where I want to put it at. Or I want to fix it, I can go click it on here. I can go to controller settings on here. Right? I can set it to default. And I can change and customize that too. I could customize it too. Look at this. I could change the logo, change the art, change this, change that. There's a lot of shit in here that I can do on a Steam. There's just a bunch of stuff I can do. Go right here to settings. Look, I can go right here. I can go to controller. Boom. I can go right here. I can add another controller. I can go to advanced settings right here. Do a bunch of stuff, toggle stuff. There's a bunch of shit you can do on here. I can change notifications. You know, what do I want notified? What do I don't want notified? There's the ease of use is going to be key during the next generation. Is how easy it is, how secure it is, and how much I can just do with this. How much customizations I can do, how much things I can have. That's why Steam gets so much credit. That's why people buy games on Steam, because they don't have to deal with the bullshit on all three of these consoles of these ads. Gotta deal with subscription. What's on there? What's not on there? I need a family plan. I need to deal with this, or I gotta deal with this, or if the game is not on here, I gotta go turn on my other system to play it. No, like, again, Steam is just like one place. Here's all the games that's releasing. Oh, this game is releasing. Let me buy it, download it, and play it. It really is that fucking simple, man. It's easy. I can find a game easily. I can search up a game easily. I can search it up by, again, the publisher. I can look through there and find the game easily. So much ease of use. So much easy. It's gaming related and gaming focused. And I'm sorry, but Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo has lost their way, and they need to regain back to just being focusing on this is a gaming platform, nothing else. I don't want it to be a Netflix box. I don't want it to be a TV bullshit. I don't want it to be just filled with ads and shit. Get rid of the junk and the bullshit and have it focusing on tying in the ease of use. Easy to click a button to install a game, easy to start playing the game, easy to do shit. That's how you're going to win people back onto your system, not by exclusive. Like, again, I'm playing on PC. Do I look like I give a fuck about exclusive? No. If the game is available, I'll buy it. If it's not available, too bad, too sad. I'm going somewhere else. I ain't got time for this bullshit. The no exclusive is not going to come to the Xbox platform to bring people back to Xbox, nor even fucking PlayStation. They're going to have to start fixing their shit.
You know, Minecraft Dungeons 2. It was all, you know, all those are always multi-platform, and they have to.
Well, then you know what?
try.
Do it with all the Bethesda games, though. Like, why? Like,
Absolutely.
Like, I wouldn't.
Look at this, all Bethesda games. Like, what are you talking about? Just release it across on all platforms. If they want to do time exclusive, that's their business. That's fine. But I'm gonna tell you like this: even let's say Elder Scrolls was locked down to Xbox only, nothing else, no PC, nothing. Let's just say nothing else, but just Xbox. Nobody's not gonna be running out there buying a fucking Xbox for $1,000+ Just like nobody's not gonna run out there and buy a PlayStation for whatever fucking game, but Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, or fucking Wolverine. Nobody's not gonna run out there and fucking buy a PlayStation for that. Only diehards that are diehards for Marvel. But for the vast majority of people, nobody's not gonna fucking do it. It ain't gonna work, Colt.
Mix the messages, because I'm reading the chat as you're talking, and I'm looking at what they're saying. They're like, yeah, but it's going to send more mixed messages, and I'm like, yeah, I
don't care.
I think
what mixed messages? We've got another topic today. PlayStation just told the world. Herman Holtz said, we're pulling our single player games off of PC.
Yeah, they're pulling their single player games off of PC. Really? Well, if that was the case, then they would have did that already. So then basically, what will be the point of them buying Nixes in the first place for these PC ports? So basically what? So now that's going to be another studio going to be shut down, the Nixes? Just wasting more fucking money. While PlayStation gamers has already been frustrating. They're not frustrated about their exclusive games. They don't give a fuck. Because we already can see the numbers. What they're more concerned and frustrated about PlayStation ecosystem, how it's brand damaging because of the fact that of what? Because of the things that's been going on, the DRM, the ID, like bro, there's like so much shit going on at PlayStation that is not even good. It's all bad news, all wasting money. Sales and all this fucking exclusive doesn't really move the platform or move the needle. We have already went through that shit from like what, last 2 weeks ago? We went through that. And it's just as clear as day that exclusive doesn't fucking matter. And then you got these Xbots retarded fucking fanboys over here like living in a time capsule like, yeah, bring this back, you know, this is some console war shit. And the fucking and the time of recording, going into the Memorial Day weekend, you know, memorials fight real wars, real battles, defending real shit in our country, defending and protecting us. Nobody gives a flying fuck in 2026 about some console war nonsense fucking bullshit. And exclusivity is nothing but a list war. Who gives a fuck? You're making it sound like, oh, you know, like it ain't gonna bring back anything. It's not gonna make people run out there and buy an Xbox. What's going to make people buy an Xbox and a PlayStation next generation is going to be their software, the shit that they're offering, the things that they're putting into place, the ease of use, not having to worry about DRM, not having to worry about fucking face IDs and all this bullshit. You know, what you're going to do for the customer, the players. That's what they basically worried about. Most of these people are heading towards PC each and every year. Because you know why? Because they see like, damn, PC is just a better platform, because even though PC doesn't have exclusive and all this bullshit, which they don't need. They're just like, I like PC because here's a storefront. I don't have to worry about PlayStation, Xbox garbage. I don't have to worry about Nintendo's fucking garbage or any other publisher. They're just gonna put out a game, and if I look at the game and if I like the game, I'll buy it. If I don't like the game, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna move on and play something else. That's why they come into PC. If you want people to come onto your Xbox platform, you gotta make it ease of use. Easy to get in to play a game. Doesn't have to be filled with fucking ads. It's customizable. It's enjoyable. What are the things that you're going to put into place? Shit is getting expensive out here. Things are not getting cheap. So what are you going to do for the customer? Because if they're gonna have to buy this really expensive console, then what the fuck is the point of playing online if we have to keep paying for it while PC is getting it for free? And Gabe and Valve don't have to do a damn thing. They don't have to sell a exclusive or anything, you know. And that's the funny thing when I'm bringing this up. Valve and fucking Steam, right? Because Valve is a software company. This is a software-based company, and they're putting out hardware products, right? They're putting out hardware products, which is crazy. Look at this. They're selling hardware products. Steam doesn't have to sell you a fucking exclusive to sell the Steam machine. Steam machine is just going to sell the Steam machine itself. Why? Because, hey, here's our software, here's our interface, it's easy for you, it's gamer focus. There is no mascot or clown or anything like that in any of these platforms, including Xbox. There is no mascot. There is no fucking tomfoolery on PlayStation bullshit and censorship. There is no Nintendo's garbage selling these half-ass games for full price. All it is like, here's a storefront, here's a place where you can buy games and have a library, build a community, here's your profile, and here's the store that we have all these games on sale. So if you want to buy a game, here you go. You want to buy a hardware, you can. They're not selling fucking no exclusive. That's the craziest part. Even the Steam Deck was selling. And they don't have to sell an exclusive title or anything. They just say, here's this hardware product, try it out. The Steam controller was sold the fuck out. The Steam machine is gonna get sold out. Steam frame, like, yo, this shit is crazy. It's the ease of use. Like, come on, man. Like, do you not understand? Valve doesn't have to have an exclusive of Half-Life 3 or anything to sell. That shit will still sell regardless with no fucking games. And Colt Eastwood over here acting like, oh, well, Xbox needs exclusives to sell their console. No, the fuck they don't. Valve don't even need a game to sell their fucking console, nor their Steam frame or their Steam handheld. They don't need exclusive. Their fucking software and everything that you can do on there is already enough to sell them on that. It's crazy. The copium is crazy.
What's the mixed message? The message is our single player games are no longer going on PC. That's the message.
Right.
So if Xbox says, I am absolutely for Xbox saying Fable is coming out, let's say November 1st, 2026. That's release date. Let's just say that. And you can get it on Xbox, Xbox PC, and Game Pass. And then that's it. And then when the media starts going, where's the PlayStation logo? You said you're going to put on PlayStation. Yeah. What happened? You said that's the message. No, we're not putting it on PlayStation.
Boom. Do you see that? Look at this. Like, just want to destroy the Xbox ecosystem. Colt is just helping to destroy the Xbox ecosystem, right? Let's move on to this one right here. The reason why Colt is fucking stupid and all these Xbox fanboys that's agreeing with this shit, like Gas and all these motherfuckers, are being stupid as fuck. I'll explain this to you. Let's take an example, right? This is from Polygon, right? Remember this, where Square Enix is going aggressively multi-platform after steering of the PS5 exclusive. Now, remember, Square Enix is a big fucking, gaming company. Square Enix is not a small little tiny publisher or whatever. They're a big one. They're up there with Capcom and Sega, right? We can all agree on that, because if you think not, then I don't know where the fuck have you been in the gaming since the past 10 fucking years. But Square Enix is pretty fucking big. They're huge with Final Fantasy franchises and all the rest of their franchises that they have under their belt. So this is not a small little publisher. So if you've seen this, which they are doing currently right now, right? They've been putting Final Fantasy on Xbox, and they're going to be putting Final Fantasy Rebirth on Xbox. And then Final Fantasy 3 is going to be a multi-platform game across on all systems, on Xbox, PlayStation, and on PC as well. Why are they doing it? Because guess what? It's already proven that the PlayStation gamers over there has spoken, and they don't give a fuck or a rat's ass about Square Enix Final Fantasy game. They don't care. It only sold like 3 million. You think Final Fantasy Rebirth, with everything that they put into that game, you think 3 million, sold on PlayStation exclusively is enough for them? No, it fucking is not. It didn't reach or meet sale expectations. But then when they started noticing, like, hey, if we put our games across on all platforms, or hey, we started looking at Capcom, were they putting Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil 8 across on all platforms? How did that do? Oh, it's sold fucking records and making money. So what do you think Square Enix is doing? They're saying, hey, this PlayStation exclusive strategy doesn't fucking work because it doesn't meet sale expectations and it doesn't cover the cost of fucking development. So what you want Square Enix to do? Shut down their fucking studio and close their doors? That's what you want? I know a lot of Square Enix fans don't want that. They want Square Enix to succeed and do well and make more games. So what are they going to do? They're going to the multi-platform strategy. So are they shedding a fucking tear and getting angry about, PlayStation 5 exclusive, you guys are not buying our games, are they shedding tears? Are they crying? No, they're not fucking crying. They're saying, no, we're gonna go multi-platform and we're gonna be making more money like that. Period. Point blank. So out of how many, whatever, millions of consoles on PS5, y'all motherfuckers wasn't enough. Same thing over here with Stellar Blade, right? What happened to Stellar Blade? Same thing with Polygon. Stellar Blade sequel might be multi-platform. Here's why that is the right move. Yeah, because the same way how Square Enix over here, a big giant fucking publisher, Square Enix, is going multi-platform because they know that the game that they made, Final Fantasy Rebirth, wasn't enough on the fucking PlayStation platform alone. They need more money, so they put it on PC, made more money. Now when they put it on Xbox, it's gonna make them even more money. So is Square Enix is shedding a fucking tear in their eyes? No, because they seen the fucking market is changing. More and more people are going towards PC than it is on fucking consoles, and any of these fucking consoles. Because you know why? Because they don't want to deal with the bullshit of PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox fucking shenanigan garbage. They want to play free online. They just want to buy their games, and if the game is good, they'll buy it. If they don't, then too bad. They can play something fucking else. There is plenty of fucking games for them to play on PC. They're not missing out on anything in anytime soon. And Square Enix is waking up and realizing it and saying, oh shit, our customers are moving towards PC more than these consoles. Fuck these exclusive consoles because it's not making our money back. It ain't doing numbers at all. So we need to, if we want to keep our lights on and keep our franchising running, we need to go multi-platform. And Square Enix been doing exclusive games for PlayStation for years. What happened to them now? Yeah, shit fucking changed. That's what happened. They're not the same how they was 10 years ago, a decade ago. Shit changed. And these fucking clowns out here, these fucking bootlickers from Xbox to fucking Nintendo to fucking PlayStation fucking bootlickers out here needs to wake up and realize, like, we're not living in the early 2000 era. We're living in 2026. Shit is real. Shit gone up. Shit is expensive now. Expectation has risen up across the board. Nintendo is feeling it, PlayStation feeling it, and even Xbox is feeling it. They're fucking feeling it. Even though Xbox is putting out these great big W's, but they still feeling it because they know, like, hey, we gotta make a game that is good. If we don't make a game that is good, it ain't gonna fucking sell. Square Enix is finding it out the hard way, that where, oh, what happened to the hardcore Final Fantasy fans? Yeah, they don't give a fuck about Final Fantasy 16 because it didn't do so well because it was fucking garbage, and also Rebirth didn't fucking made money back and made a profit. They lost money. They still lost fucking money on that exclusive deal. That's why they're going to change strategy, saying we're going multi-platform. Fuck PlayStation 5 exclusive. Stellar Blade is the same boat. PlayStation hold that fucking studio back. And Colt is on here going on this tyrant rampage. What do you want them to do? Have the lights get turned off and get the studio shut down? No, we need to start putting that shit on multi-platform. If you want them to make fucking money, they're going multi-platform. What do you think Grand Theft Auto 5 is doing? You think Grand Theft Auto 5 will ever sign a Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto fucking 6. You think Grand Theft Auto 6 will ever sign a fucking deal to any of these companies to make it only exclusive on their platform? If they did, you know how much money they have to pay just for that deal to happen? Not millions, billions. Billions with a B. Big billions, not 1 billion, not 2 billions, probably $50 billion just to make it exclusively onto that platform. Let me ask you something. Does PlayStation has that? Whoa, PlayStation only has the marketing rights. Yeah, marketing rights, not the fucking exclusive rights. Because they know that, you know why? Because they can't fucking afford it. They cannot afford it. That's why. They can't afford to money hack Grand Theft Auto only exclusively on the PS5 and the PS5 Pro. Because it will cost billions of fucking dollars. You think Take-Two is going to ask fucking Sony and even Xbox, oh, we're just asking for 1 billion. They're not going to ask for 1 billion, bitch. Wake the fuck up. When the fuck are you guys going to wake the fuck up in gaming? Dog. They're going to be asking $50 billion, $40 billion, $50 billion, 60, 70, $80 billion, or even more. They ain't going to ask for a small amount. They're going to ask for a big amount. GTA 6 is a fucking huge ass deal. You think, oh yeah, a measly $100 million, we're okay? No. And this is what I'm sitting there saying. Stop holding fucking the Xbox game studios back. Let them make money. If it's already sold on Xbox, it's already sold on PC, put it on another platform so it can sell even more. Just like South of Midnight. South of Midnight didn't do so well on just Xbox and PC alone. It did even better on PlayStation. It sold on there and it made even more money. Sell it on Nintendo. It's going to sell and do even more money. They need money to support their studio so they can make their next project. Shit has gone up, Colt. What the fuck are we talking about? PlayStation ain't doing so better when we get to the PlayStation section. But I'm just pointing this as an example. Stellar Blade should have been competing around the game of the year, just like Expedition 33. Expedition 33 did what? Did how many sales? Let's go take a look. Oh, Clear Skirt Expedition 33 did 8 million copies. Stellar Blade right now, currently only on PlayStation 5 and on the PC right now, has not even gone remotely close to 8 million in sales. That's how you know PlayStation 5, with all their consoles, whatever sales and all those players that's on there, 125 million. Right? Do we have to bust out the fucking calculator? I guess we have to. We gotta bust out the calculator again. Because these fucking clowns don't get it. Don't see it. They don't see the picture. Let me bust out the fucking calculator now. The last number that we know for Stellar Blade, right? Let's just say Stellar Blade was still was an exclusive. The last number we ever known was it only sold like 1 million. Let's say fast forward, it sold about 5 million, no closer than 8 million. Let's just say 5 million for fuck's sake, right? So if we know that PlayStation has how many active users, so let's go put it in the math. So let's say it was 125 million active users. So 125 active users. And then we're going to minus, right, 5 million. Let's just say Stellar Blade sold about 5 million during the time of we found out how many active users PlayStation had. And that was and that we know was in 2026. So we're gonna minus it. So let's just say, okay, let's say 5 million was sold on there. So we minus 5. How many users really gave a fuck about Stellar Blade? So 120 million active users out there really just don't give a fuck about Stellar Blade. They don't give a fuck. That's fucking crazy. That is crazy. 125 million players just don't give a fuck about Stellar Blade. And it would be bad enough if let's just say if it was only sold like 1 million. Let's say that was the active number. Let's say that was the real number. That's the last number we got from PlayStation. Right? So let's say, okay, 125 point minus 1 million. So that's 124 million active users just don't give a fuck about Stellar Blade. That's the craziest thing. That's not good. Those are not good numbers. Those are not good numbers. And that's why they're going multi-platform. That's why they're going multi-platform. But then you see right here, what Xbox did was they said, okay, we want this game to be exclusive. Just put it on Game Pass and you can sell your game everywhere else. On PlayStation, Xbox, and on PC. Won Game of the Year. And right now, as the time of this, it sold well over 8 million copies. In a year. In a year. Stellar Blade could have sold more than just 1 million copies. Could have sold more than 2 million copies if it was sold across the board. PlayStation, Xbox, and on PC day one, it probably would have sold upwards to 5 million copies, 6 million copies. But no, it was exclusively on PlayStation. How many copies sold on PlayStation? The last number we known was 1 million copies. That's why they're going fucking multi-platform. That wasn't enough. Sony hold their ass back in that studio with money and funds that could have been funded for their next fucking project. That's why Shift Up says, no, we're not taking another Sony PlayStation deal because they hold us back. But they got so many, and then this is quote right here. But they got so many players on the platform.
We have the balls. If you want our games, you get them here from us because we made them and we are the premier place to play games. Because Xbox is. They have an incredible console set and they're also allowing you to play that on a budget PC or a killer.
All this bullshit.
I am absolutely for Xbox saying, that's release date. Let's just say that. You want to play Stellar Blade? You have to play it on PlayStation 5. There's no mixed messaging.
Look at this. Stellar Blade, you got to play it on PlayStation 5. And then look at this. Colt is not bringing up that again. Stellar Blade only sold 1 million copies on PlayStation. It didn't do well. It didn't win Game of the Year. It could have been a possibility that Stellar Blade could have been winning awards and winning stuff at the Game Awards at that event. If they would have put that game on multi-platform, Stellar Blade could have had a chance. But who won fucking Game of the Year? It was fucking Expedition 33. Exclusive on Game Pass, sold across on all 3 platforms, including Xbox and including PlayStation and on PC, day and date, day one. And it won Game of the Year. Everybody talked about it and they won. Not Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade got swept under the fucking rug, long and forgotten. And I know Shift Up was fucking disappointment because they said, damn, this game could have had a real chance of winning Game of the Year, or we could have won some awards at that event. But Sony, PlayStation hold us back as a fucking studio. They claiming that, hey, we'll pay you and come to our platform. We got so many players on here who love to play your games, even though we're going to censor your shit and we're going to hold you back. But come on here. And they took the fucking deal and they fall for the trap and they fucking lost out a shit ton of money. And now they learned their lesson, saying, we're not doing no fucking exclusive anymore. We're done. We're going multi-platform. We are going to make our money and then some, because we want our studio to shine. That's what they want. They Claire Obscura, that studio fucking shine now. I know Kepler as a publisher, they say, oh shit, yo, we got a fucking banger under our belts. Hey, let's keep funding them. Let's keep supporting them. Kepler as a publisher is going to start moving up. If they can get some bangers and get some creative talent in there, Kepler as a publisher can move up the ladder alongside with Capcom, alongside with Sega, alongside with all these other fucking publishers. But Stellar Blade got hold the fuck back because of PlayStation fucking shenanigans, and Colt is talking about fucking making games exclusive. Are you fucking retarded, Colt?
Just like there's
Go
no
ahead. Keep
confusion about a Series S versus a Series X. The message has to be, we have the balls. If you want our games, you get them here from us because we made them and we are the premier place to play games. Because Xbox is. They have an incredible console set and they're also allowing you to play that on a budget.
This is just nothing but cope, bro. Just stop. It ain't gonna work. You're old, you're dusty, you're washed up. Move the fuck on. This is crazy, bro. Like, again, I'm done. Cope is just keep on coping this bullshit. I'm telling you, exclusive does not fucking matter. Period. It doesn't. No matter what it is. I don't give a fuck if it's Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation. And trust me, if you think Nintendo, oh well, they do exclusive. They're not exclusive anymore. They put their games on fucking mobile. They putting their fully licensed games on mobile. They license that shit out. You have to have permission to do so. Because if you don't, they'll send a cease and desist letter for anybody who tries to put a Nintendo game and try to pretend to be officially from Nintendo. They will shut that shit down so fast you will have a cease and desist letter by the next day. They don't fuck around. Nintendo don't fuck around with that. But Nintendo is putting their licenses, IPs on mobile. They're not exclusive anymore. They're putting it on mobile. They're going to start going multi-platform. You watch and see. Because their exclusive ain't going to sell. Because you think that fucking Star Fox is going to sell and move fucking consoles? No, the fuck that is not. That old ass Star Fox game, nobody's not really fucking with it. They're going to have to come up with something better than some old ass decade old Star Fox game to even make it out here. We're living in the generation time in digital age where if you put out a game and if it's half-assed, they're not buying it. Definitely on PC. And now all these consoles on Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, it is crystal clear. You put out a half-assed game and you're charging us $80 to $70, they're not gonna fucking buy it. If this game doesn't have no replay value, no value at all, they're not gonna buy it. That's the type of digital age we're living in. It's fucking crazy. Let's move on to PlayStation. Now, I just hinted at the fact that we're going to talk about a lot of PlayStation is bad bullshit. There's some glimmer of hope for PlayStation. But we got to get through the bad shit because in the last week or so, it's been nothing but bad PlayStation shit. Nothing but bad PlayStation shit. And the shit is still continuing. Just like PlayStation raising their prices for PS Plus for new subscribers in select regions. Oh boy, more price hikes for PlayStation Plus. What the fuck kind of value did you put into that? Xbox has more value in Game Pass alone than it is fucking PlayStation Plus, and you're raising the price? They're putting Forza Horizon 6 got well over 6 million players, and all these motherfucking clowns want to downplay it and turning it into a fucking L. But yet people are playing the fuck out of it on Game Pass, playing the fuck out of it on their Xbox console, playing the fuck out of it out of fucking PC. The only one that's not playing it yet is on PlayStation, but it's gonna be coming soon, but trying to downplay it. But yet PlayStation Plus wants to be on the rise, and they don't even have none of these games that you have right there day one. They don't even got first party games like Forza Horizon 6, or better yet, you know, your Sorrows game is not even day and date on your PlayStation Plus subscription service. So they're raising the prices and they're giving you nothing, or they're giving you less. Great. But yeah, here Xbox is giving me more valuable than anything else on Game Pass and what I'm paying for. Wait, let me go show you how much am I paying for Game Pass again? Let me go show you that fucking number. Let's go see the plans here. What am I playing on PC right now? Oh, I'm playing $14 a month to play new day one games, EA Play, earn 2 times award points, and in-game benefits. 300 plus fucking games. Man, I'm good with that. I got 300 plus games and I'm getting new games day one, day and date. I'm fucking happy. I got the PC Game Pass here. I'm eating good, and they're raising their prices on PS Plus to how much? How much you're paying for Essential? Let me guess. Essential, you're raising it up for $11. $11. What are you getting out of what are you getting out of Essentials? You ain't getting shit, but just getting access to play online. Meanwhile, I got my shit for free, and I'm paying for $14.99, and I'm getting 300 plus fucking games and day one games from Xbox titles, first party, day and date. Fucking crazy, yo. And then look at this. And then the 3-month subscription going up to $27.99 a month from $24. And you're getting nothing. You're getting nothing out of PlayStation Plus. What the fuck are you getting? You're getting nothing. In no value whatsoever. Charging you more and you're getting less. And now we're hearing rumors that PlayStation CEO confirms that single player games will be no longer launching on PC. PC been carrying fucking PlayStation title games. You know that? Did you know that? That every single PlayStation title game mostly been carried on PC, if not every single one. Let's take a look at the list here. So basically all of these games now, they're going to be pulling away, but yet Kendra is still coming to PC, and that was on a PlayStation exclusive. Like, I think like the first Kendra whatever was a time exclusive, and this game is still coming to PC. Hunter's Gathering is coming to PC and console. Helldivers 2 was the most played game, and it was carried by who? Not PlayStation, not Xbox. PC carried this fucking game. PC alone carry Helldivers 2. Not the PlayStation gamers. Death Stranding 2 is on PC. Hell, 6 was playing the fuck out of that game. Shout out to 6. 6 is play the fuck out of Death Stranding. Stellar Blade sold 19 million copies faster, 19 times faster than PlayStation sold at 1 million. 19 times faster. Stellar Blade could have sold 6, 7, 8 million copies, but unfortunately PlayStation hold them back, and this game is still not even on on Xbox yet. Spider-Man 2, Last of Us Part 2 Remaster, Horizon Zero Dawn. Lego Horizon was a fucking failure. It didn't sell well on the fucking Nintendo Switch. Nobody gave a fuck about this game. Until Dawn was a fucking disaster. God of War Ragnarok was decent. The only game that was pretty damn good was Ghost of Tsushima. Sold like hotcakes. Cross on PlayStation and even on PC. Sold extremely fucking well on PC. Very well done. It was a good game. Horizon Forbidden West sold less sold even less and worse than the first Horizon game. Did you know that? Bro. Ratchet and Clank, who really gives a fuck? I don't know why Ratchet and Clank is not even on fucking the Nintendo Switch. This game should have been on the Nintendo Switch than Lego Horizon. But this is the type of stupid shit that PlayStation does all the time. We got Returnal, and Sorrows ain't doing well because we already got those numbers. It's only sold 300K in the first 2 weeks. Worse and slower than Returnal sales. That ain't good. Spider-Man, Uncharted, Days Gone, Helldivers, the first game. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. That's no longer even in sale. Yep, that's no longer there because they replaced it with the Horizon whatever remake remaster edition, whatever, right here. Oh yeah, how was Lost Soul Aside? Oh yeah, that ain't doing so good. Yeah. Marvel Tokon, Uncharted, Lost Legacy Thieves Collection. Yeah. It sounds like to me, I don't know if that's even true or not, but I don't know what the fuck they're thinking about doing, because if your games is carrying on PC and you're pulling back out, but your games are not even selling well on your own platform, and a lot of these publishers are going multi-platform strategy, not going to take the Sony PlayStation fucking deal, then pretty much PlayStation doesn't have nothing, right? Remember when that fucking article that Sony VP or whatever came out and said, yeah, PlayStation is just a empty plastic box with no content. Yeah. Yes, it's right here in front of us. It is crystal clear. Right here in front of us, crystal clear. Raising up prices, and now they're pulling back out, supposedly. And more bad news that where critical PlayStation Network security issues still hasn't been addressed 6 months after initial reports. Yeah, so we got DRM, we got fucking the whole UK Online Safety Act where they gotta scan your face and your ID to upload it, and they still haven't even done the basic security stuff for this right here. It's just gonna be more hacks on PlayStation. More hacks coming. This is crazy. We haven't even gotten to Colin yet. I think I have Colin shit right here. Let's put that up here right now. Hold on. Let me move that up here. Oops, my bad. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me a second. Yep. Okay, I got it right here. Nope, not this one. Okay. Let me move that up here. So, because since we're talking about this right here, I do apologize, but we're talking about this, right? With the whole security issues and stuff like that. Well, this right here from, whatchamacallit, GameRex. PlayStation security measure in question once again after Colin Moriarty PSN account gets hacked. Sony protocols allowing users to easily skip the 2-factor notifications. So they still haven't addressed it. Well over 6 fucking months. Well over 6 months. Well over 6 fucking months. They still haven't addressed it, and Colin got fucking hacked. Which is fucking crazy. My brother, look, I'm not even joking. I told this shit to my brother about this, right? He was saying like, oh, he could be getting scam, a phishing site, and all this bullshit, right? And I told him, no, it's not. He hides his stuff. He's a whatever. He didn't believe me, right? He thought I was just making up bullshit. Then the next morning, I get a text message from him saying, hey, yo, you was right. Yeah, of course I was fucking right. Of course. You know? Of course I'm fucking right. Like, duh. You know? Of course. So, I said, yeah, I knew this because like again, this is fucking crazy. And I warn, and I'm going to say this again right now. I warn people about this shit. That I said, watch, one day when Nintendo shit gets hacked and they find a way that they can remote brick other people's consoles like easily, it's gonna be hell let loose. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if they can do that with the Nintendo Switch 2 right now, imagine what a hacker gets their hands on that type of stuff and say, oh, I know how to remote access and delete people's shit or whatever, or brick their console. Beep, 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 boop, boop. Just few clicks of a button, it can fucking start happening. And next thing you know, you probably brought that Switch like 2 years ago. You have your daughter, your son playing that game or whatever, enjoying themselves, and then all of a sudden, boom, their shit got fucking bricked. They're like, Dad, I don't know what happened to the console. It got bricked. And then the parents are like yelling at the kid, like, what, you break something, you did something. And then all of a sudden, then when you start hearing, yo, my son console got bricked too, and also my kid got bricked, then it's like, oh shit, this is not a kid's thing, this is fucking Nintendo. What the fuck? Are you gonna fix this? And they'll say, Nintendo said, well, sorry, we can't fix it. You're gonna have to go out there and buy a new console. Are you gonna go out there and buy a new console? I guarantee you, you're not gonna buy a new console. I promise you, you're not. I told you, like again, and going back to PlayStation here, but you know what's funny? You don't hear Xbox bullshit about security issues and stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit here and say they're perfect either. You will hear it, but you don't hear it to the extent of it. When we're talking about strictly on Xbox, Windows 11, that's a different story. With Microsoft, that's a different story. They can have security hacks and issues with that. But in terms of on the Xbox consoles, you don't hear all that much about them in terms of security and shit like that. But when it comes down to PlayStation, with PlayStation shit, it's like non-fucking stop. Every time is a hack, security issue, or some type of bypass. But you know what? Let's hear from Colin Moriarty himself, because he used to be a journalist back in the IGN days. You know, that IGN with IGN News, where they do the E3 coverage and stuff like that. He's a journalist. He has his own podcast. He does his own business, right? But he talks about PlayStation. He has a PlayStation podcast. So let's hear from the horse's mouth what really happened. What gone down? What went wrong here? So let's hear from him, you know?
All right, it's time for us to finally talk about things. Let's get into it.
Oh, let's hear this.
The great hack. It wasn't really a hack, but here's what happened. For people that are unaware, we'll set the stage and then we'll talk about.
Look at this. Damage controlling already for Sony PlayStation. See, this is just another bootlicker. Grown-ass men, you know, whether they're young, they're old like Colt Eastwood, and then now you got people like this saying, well, it's not really a hack. It is a fucking hack. If they can easily get into your fucking shit without a fucking problem, then it is a fucking hack. It should be something to be concerned about and be worried, and people need to be aware of it. This is not a laughing matter. It's not even funny. And PlayStation ain't doing shit about it, and they're charging you more, and they're raising PlayStation Plus prices going up. So you're charging consumers and customers more on your platform, and you have lackluster security. Where's all this shit brung up from all these fucking podcast channels? Where's all that bullshit on fucking AGN? You don't hear shit talking about that. He ain't talking about that. He's talking about some bullshit. Forza Horizon 6 million players. Like, who gives a fuck? I wouldn't even care. Okay, they've done 6 million. Great. When are you going to talk about real issues? Where do we hear that on PlayStation side? Nope, we still got the same fucking bootlickers, right? Same bootlickers, right? Even Colt is a fucking bootlicker, licking the boots off of fucking Xbox. Like, yeah, bring back the exclusive. It's going to do well. Come to our platform, you guys. They're not going to buy your shit. We live in a different time frame. We are in 2026. People are moving forward, not backwards. Kids are moving forward, not backwards. And now we're fast forwarding to here, which is a very serious fucking issue. Even my brother can put a testament on this. He doesn't fucking put his credit card information on PlayStation. Never again. Because you know why? Because I bet you his shit got fucking hacked and his shit got fucking stolen and he spent up all of his fucking bullshit. And he said, nah, never again. I'm not going through that shit again. If I'm going to buy anything on PlayStation, I'm going to go out to the store, get those fucking PlayStation refill cards and put money on that and transfer it onto there. And now I'm giving my brother a heads up. Be very aware and be very careful, because if they can find or scoop up that information, they can easily hack into your shit and steal your shit and shut down your account. Look, man, I'm tired of the fucking, oh, I'm sorry, damage control. Oh. This is fucking serious. You pay money for this, take it seriously. Don't sit there and act like, oh, money is not a thing, waste it. This is not the time. This is not the fucking year to be thinking about, yeah, this is throwaway money. This ain't no damn throwaway money. Every penny that we spending on means something now. We put gas in the car. We don't want to go at a gas tank or gas station and they serving us fucking water, and half water, half gas. Because then by the time the next day, you be like, damn, I just filled this up to full and it's already halfway and I barely went anywhere. I barely didn't do shit. And you spent how much on gas? 50, 60, 70, 80 fucking dollars. This is nothing to fucking play around with. This is serious. Even like security shit like this. People out here hacking and trying to steal your money, trying to do shit. This is not a laughing matter. This is not something where you should be like, whatever. Hey, is somebody giving me a heads up? Let me be for real and start like saying, hey, if I need to change my password, let me do that right now. If I have to. If I got any money on there or anything tied to my shit, let me remove that shit or spend it or get rid of it so then they don't take my shit and use it on a different account or take my money. That's what I'm fucking saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a laughing matter. But we got these fucking shills out here like Colin saying, well, it's not really a hack. What the fuck you mean it's not a hack? It is. If they can easily bypass two-factor notification, you have a fucking problem. That's a big fucking problem. Then what the fuck is the point of having security questions and two-factor notification if it doesn't fucking work properly? Jesus fucking Christ. This is how you know some of these people out here today in the real world are so fucking dented. They are fucking dented. And these people are fucking voting?
Everything surrounding it. Monday afternoon Eastern, Dustin and I were streaming as we usually do on YouTube. And we were streaming, ironically, Pragmata, which is a game about hacking. So I do wonder if there was a real sense of irony there. I wonder if they were, I would hope so. Because why would you?
Don't try to treat this as some like, oh, there's some irony to it. It's not a laughing matter. You're playing Pragmata and you're getting hacked in real life. It's not a laughing matter. It's nothing to play it off and say, oh, this is coincidence.
I want to squander a situation like that, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, can you guys hear the noise coming outside my house?
No.
Okay, good. Because like someone's using like a saw outside and it's really loud.
Oh, I hear it slightly, but it's fine.
No?
I can hear it.
No, okay,
It's gone now. It's gone now.
So we were playing and we were going, and then we were just doing like super chats or whatever. And at that point, I basically got booted out of my PSN account. My email got flooded. What is that called? Email bombing?
Email bomb.
So I got like flooded with all of this stuff in my email, I suppose to distract from the real emails from Sony that I would be getting when this would be happening. So I got a bunch of emails from things I've never signed up for, like AliExpress and stuff like that. Easy enough to deal with, to relegate to junk or whatever and just block those email addresses. But at that point, simultaneously, I got a text message saying that my two-factor authentication was shut off on PlayStation Network.
Do you hear that? Okay, let me keep going.
And lo and behold, I lost my account on PSN.
Lost his account at PSN. They turn off two-factor notification and lost his fucking account. I told you, this is not funny. This is not funny at all. And we're talking about Colin. It can happen to any one of us. It can happen to me. It can happen to you. It can happen to anybody on PlayStation side. It can happen to anybody. Like, who has a PlayStation. If I was to get a PlayStation, let's just say hypothetically tomorrow, and I had made an account and I do this two-factor authentication and I brought a bunch of games, let's say I brought only a handful and I still got money and I still want to buy more games, right? I could have got hacked and they could have spent all of my money on other shit or spent it on another account, and I would have lost everything. They would have turned off my two-factor notification, got into my thing. Worse, they could even delete my fucking account.
Now, to allay fears, I got it back 3 hours later, which is like, by Sony and PlayStation standards, light speed. And it's because of my connections to Sony, no doubt.
Yeah, because of connections and shit. If he was to go through the normal way like everybody else, like you, me, and everybody else, they're going to tell us, oh, it's going to take us 3 weeks. 3 fucking weeks to get that fixed and get our account back. 3 weeks.
And I want to acknowledge that, and we'll acknowledge that more. So my account was boosted from me, and a lot of people were wondering, like, well, how did this happen and why and all the rest? And the reality is that it's a fairly complicated situation in a way, though there are simple explanations as well. I don't even really know where to begin. I have a whole list of things to talk about that I wrote down. Where do I even begin? I'm Dustin. Where do we even start?
Well, to add a little flavor to the situation, so Colin left the stream because he was like, I gotta figure this out. So I had my Garth moment where he's live on air by himself. No, I was fine. I was totally fine. So what was funny about that was I probably kept the stream going for another 30 minutes or so, just finishing out the super chats and hanging out. We were having a great time. And if I'd like to go back and watch that stream, not only for the moment when Colin got hacked, but right towards the end, there's a moment where I look down at my phone because I'm like, oh, I'm going to check to see if Colin said anything and I can update you guys. And I look down and I've received a message on my PlayStation account from Long Island Viper that says, you're next. So at that moment, I was like, all right, guys, we're going to wrap up the stream now. And I didn't say anything on the stream because I was like, I'm going to wrap this up, whatever. And so I very quickly tried to. At this point we had no idea what was going on. So it's like, do I change my password, make sure my 2-factor is good or whatever. So despite that threat, I've not been hacked. I don't know if it's from lack of trying, if they weren't able to get in through some of the means that we're going to detail here shortly on how this quote unquote hack works. It's more of a vulnerability in the system, I think, is a better way to put it. So, but I think, Colin, what would be interesting, I think what the audience would most want to know is like, walk us through what happened after you got off air, because I know you detailed that in the tweet. Like, who were you calling? Where did you have success? What did all that look like?
Yep. So they're going to go into that bullshit, whatever. We're not going to go into that. But you heard it right there, where his account got taken over, sent a message to him and saying, you're next. And then he's wrapping up the stream, trying to figure out like, oh shit, do I need to change my password or whatever I need to do? The vulnerability is the fact that all they just need is 2 pieces of information. Your recent fucking purchase of whatever ID or your number of your account or whatever. So let's say you purchase a game and you kept this receipt or whatever, and there's whatever these last whatever digits, whatever. If they got a hold of that number, whatever, and then they got a hold of your account email and stuff like that, they know what it is, they can bypass your 2-factor notification. That's the gist of it. I could be wrong about it, but the majority, they just need 2 of those little pieces of information. And then the PlayStation, whatever automatic, whatever system, whatever they do, they're just going to send them all the information of, here's the email, here's your new password, here's this. And then they got into his fucking shit and hacked the fuck out of it. That's all they need to do. 2 little pieces of information. Fucking simple. Got into the shit. Run rampant. It's crazy. And it's not a funny matter. And look, we're going back up here. They're charging you more for PlayStation Plus to play online, but yet they got all that fucking money and all this bullshit and console sales and all this bullshit and exclusive, and they still got these lackluster fucking security that is still vulnerable and could get hacked onto your account. And then somebody out here, YouTuber big as fuck, all these fucking subscribers, you can see the subscriber count number right here. He's getting hacked, and all they have to do is just get 2 pieces of information to hack his shit. Got into his shit, fucking, and like again, he got connections and shit. Imagine us, just regular gamers, everyday gamers that has barely any subscribers or little subscribers. What kind of connections do we have that we can go to Sony to fix our shit? Because when Colin reported it, when they said, hey, he goes through the old way first, and they said, oh, they're gonna take 3 weeks to get his account back. He got it back in 3 hours because he got connections. For us, it's gonna be 3 weeks. And they still haven't fixed this fucking issue. This issue still hasn't been fixed. But yet, they're going to charge you and raise prices. What kind of bullshit, what kind of world are we living in? This is unacceptable. This should be angry and be outraged about. And this is something where you should be selling your PS5 or start planning on saying, yeah, you know what? By next generation, I'm not coming back to PlayStation. This is getting out of hand. Raising prices, vulnerability, getting my account hacked easily and all this bullshit. And Sony's not stepping in to do anything about it, but yet they got all these billions and billions of dollars that they have, right? Just like going on to our next story right here, I kind of, did a little bit of a sneak peek, but now going through here where Destiny 2 every end is a new beginning. So they're going to be shutting down Destiny 2 on June 9th, 2026. You know the usual. They're going to put out a bunch of update, well, not an update, but they're going to put out their last content update. They're going to bring back content, and then they're going to put it in maintenance mode where you can go in there and still play this game at any given time. So it's still going to be playable, still going to be fine, but they're shutting it down. But yet Sony is going to sit there and say, yeah, basically the reason why they're doing it because they are reportedly laying off a significant amount of layoffs, and Destiny 3 is not even in the works. But yet they spent how much on Destiny just to even get them to purchase was like $3.6 billion. $3.6 billion. And ain't we covered the last story? They lost impairment loss of fucking $760 million. What the fuck is going on? This is fucking crazy. Like, it is fucking crazy. Okay. Like, oh my god, that shit is fucking crazy. It is. It really is fucking crazy. Oh my god. All this fucking money, all this money that they spent, all this money that they're wasting, all this money that they're shutting down studios and shit. Right? And they still got this lackluster security shit. They still got this lackluster security shit. Crazy. So it's just like more bad news for Sony. So Destiny 2 is coming to the end. They don't want to support it. It costs too much money for them. I thought they said they have billions and millions of dollars. I thought Sony has all this money from console sales exclusive. It doesn't seem to me that they don't have money. They don't have money whatsoever. They don't have any content. They're not doing well. And all the same players that have been playing on PlayStation 5 have been playing the same games. Call of Duty, fucking Madden, FIFA, fucking Roblox. You know, it's just the typical fucking games, man. The same bullshit games. This is sad. This is even more sadder, man. This is crazy. So now they're gonna try to put their support for Marathon, and Marathon is not even doing so hot on PC. They're like down to like 11,000 to 9,000 players. They're leaving by the day. They're not going to turn shit around. Moving on to our second to last one, right? This one right here is pretty sad too. It's a little bittersweet, still a little upsetting, but it still is a piece of history right here. I had to share this. It says right here, a piece of lost Spyro the Dragon history was found in a Oregon gas station. So basically, it's been locked up in an old abandoned gas station, Spyro the Dragon, which I remember this because when I was a kid, right? This is going back to a little bit nostalgia, right? When I first had a PlayStation. And I've seen footage of this too. Even on like documentaries and stuff, they show footage of this. So I put the audio on mute, but you can see it right here. There it is right here for PlayStation. Boom, Spyro the Dragon. That's the dragon statue right there. Now, for a lot of real PlayStation gamers during that time frame, I think people will remember this right here because it's so iconic. This big giant fucking statue of Spyro on a PlayStation booth, right? Because during that time they had a mascot of Crash Bandicoot, and they also had the mascot of Spyro the Dragon as well. So a lot of people was like thinking maybe during that time, maybe like right now, they probably thought, oh, this statue might be at Sony headquarters, at PlayStation headquarters, or maybe some game developer studio at Activision or something like that, right? You might think that, but no, it's not. It's been locked up this whole entire time in a fucking gas station. And which is fucking sad. It's like, bro, you know, I thought Sony back in the day really cares about their games and stuff like that. You would think you will not leave a statue like that behind. You shouldn't even leave it behind. That shit should belong at the fucking retro gaming museum. You know, it's been locked away in a gas station. I'm not even joking. Look, the video is right here for itself. You could take a look. Look at that. It's been locked away in a gas station, abandoned and left. Somebody found it. Look at that. And don't worry, they found the wings too. They did find it as well. But that is crazy. It's been locked up in here and abandoned for well over 26 fucking years. This is all the way back from 2000. I'm pretty sure Gabe probably remember this, like, or seen Spyro the Dragon at some point when on a PlayStation or something, because this is like holy shit. Like, yeah, this is like years ago, because it's right here. It's like 26-year-old footage above. Yeah, so we show the footage, and this was it was originally set up for Sony's 2000 E3 booth, overlooking the attendees as the played the Year of the Dragon of the show floor. That is crazy. You think like the statue was, you know, in Sony headquarters, and it's not. This is sad. This is how you know, man. Sony PlayStation don't give a fuck about their IPs, and they damn sure don't give a fuck about a statue. Because let me tell you something. I promise you, no statue will ever get left behind. That's almost like saying, like, if Grand Theft Auto, whatever, let's say Nico Bellic statue was left behind at an old gas station, you know how much fucking money that will cost if they found that shit, like locked away in an abandoned house or an abandoned gas station or warehouse or something? That shit will cost damn near at least like millions of dollars for a statue. 500,000, millions of dollars. That's a fucking statue of an iconic game. What the fuck are you talking about? That's like saying like Modern Warfare statue, or even like Skyrim. Let's say like Todd Howard or Bethesda left a statue of the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Let's say we was all the way like in Elder Scrolls 8 Skyrim. Let's say like hypothetically we're all the way in that time period. If they find a statue with Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim statue, like the iconic statue, and it was left at an abandoned building, you know how much fucking money that would cost? Shit. That shit will not be like some $1,000 or $100. Man, this shit, oh my God. I can tell you right now, this shit probably costs up to at least a couple, like tens, if not 30, 40, 50, $60,000. It can probably even cost even more. That's a fucking statue we're talking about. Like that shit is a legacy. And you can see how big this shit is right here, because this is the photo right here. And they found the wings. Look at the wings. The wings are fucking gigantic. It's big as hell. It's faded and stuff like that. I think the people are going to either like fix it up and repainted it, and they're gonna bring it to some gaming conventions and stuff like that. and also retro gaming conventions. I hope they bring this shit to PAX East and stuff like that, or PAX West. Hopefully they can get it done and get it fixed up and see if they could bring it there. That'd be awesome. This is so iconic. Like I can tell you right now, it really hits back nostalgia, because even for me, I play Spyro, and I liked this Spyro back then. I played it on PlayStation. I played it plenty of times. I can tell you, I can remember that so many times. But seeing it abandoned and being left at a gas station is fucking crazy to me, that Sony PlayStation didn't even get the statue off and just keep it at their headquarters as a relic. Like, this is like gaming history at its moment. This is 2000. We're in 2026. Crazy how times has flew. And we're staring at something, at a piece of history right here. This is crazy. Look at that. That is crazy. This is the same statue. Like, again, we thought this statue was like small, like it looks pretty small, but it's pretty fucking huge. Oh man, this is sad, man. It just makes me sad that, like, again, this is why I'm like, man, I used to have a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2. After that, I went to Xbox because I knew PlayStation was going downhill. And fast forward to now, everything that I said back all the way back then, that I knew PlayStation was going downhill, it's coming to fruition. It's coming to life. Like, we're seeing all the PlayStation going downhill. L after L after L after L. It's just, everything is a L, like L after L after L. And then now it's just another history, which I appreciate, but it's just another L for Sony. Just leaving this shit behind. You crazy to leave that shit behind. But I'm glad that somebody found it. They knew about this game and they're going to take care of it, and hopefully they're going to repaint it and get it up to glory and bring it out to some gaming conventions. You know, that'd be great. I'm very happy about that. So here's the last thing on the docket. We got a glimmer of hope of good news, a little bit of good news for PlayStation. PlayStation confirms a new state of play with extended look at Marvel Wolverine. It's going to be 60 minutes. It could be even over towards 90 minutes of a showcase, and they're selling tickets at a theater or something like that. So, and I think they're going to kick things off with showing off Marvel Wolverine extended gameplay. So, can we look for other games as well at the state of play? Is this going to be the state of nothing? Maybe not. Maybe they can actually show some games. But again, we have to wait and see what this event will hold. What kind of games are they going to show? Again, we know about Marvel. Are they going to show off Intergalactic? Where is it at so far? Are they going to show any new exclusive games? I don't know. A lot of people was wilding out that he's going to say, oh, they're going to show Grand Theft Auto 6. They're going to drop the trailer 3 into the showcase. Maybe, but I'm not going to be holding my breath that they will be doing that. Even though, yes, they have the marketing rights for it. Marketing rights is marketing rights. Who cares? Like, I don't care. Right? They don't hold the exclusive rights. Right? That's all it is. It's just marketing. But again, we know that this game, we know Grand Theft Auto is going to be across on every platform. But are they going to show trailer 3 in here? I don't know about that. Maybe that might be a possibility. But again, they are showing off tickets to a movie event or something, you know, that you could see it in the movie theater. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Like, we have to wait and see. But at least they're going to be showing off some games. We might get some new titles. Might get some other titles might be announced on there, so it's going to be very interesting. And they're showing it off early. It's going to be a longer event this time around. It's going to be showing off on June 2nd, so that means Xbox is going to be going second. I think they're going to be going up first, and then Xbox will be in June 8th, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be June 8th for Xbox showcase. So State of Play going to be up first, so it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to show off. So I don't like a lot of this games on the list right here, like God of War Trilogy remake. I don't think we're not going to see that at all. I think that's going to still be a long ways to go. We might see something for Naughty Dog. That's a possibility. Hunter's Gathering, nobody gives a fuck about. Please don't bring it. The new God of War spin-off game, that could be formally be there, right? We know God of War is going to be there, right? They could show off third-party games like Final Fantasy VII, the third chapter, or even the Kingdom Hearts 4. It's more like a wait and see thing, you know? We got to wait and see what they're going to show. So am I going to stream this event and cover it? You bet your ass I am. Definitely, I will be covering this. Don't worry. We'll sit down. We'll see what they got. We'll go through it. We'll talk about it, and I'll give it a grade. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what they show. But that's the only little glimmer of hope for PlayStation. A lot of L's except for this one. We'll see if this is going to turn to another L or is it going to be a W. But for them to announce it and it's going to be 60 minutes or even more longer, shows to me that they might be got a lot of things cooking in the pipeline. Now again, if they show off Hunter's Gathering and some really massive like games that nobody really gives a fuck or care about, it's going to be a massive L for Sony. But if they show off some really good games, some decent new games, some new titles, this might be a small W for Sony. It might be a small one, very small, you know, for PlayStation. It might be a small little W. But this won't be enough to, again, for people out there that are having the PlayStation hacks, the price hikes, it's still not enough. This right here, the showcase is not even justifiable. So just letting you know, it's not justifiable. So pretty much, yeah, that's all that I really got for you guys today. That's pretty much it for the rundown. So again, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about the Nintendo situation, what's been going on over there, Forza Horizon 6, you know, are you playing Forza Horizon 6, how you're enjoying it, Xbox stuff, but what's been going on over there with some of the stuff like the new executive going in there, might revisit some old games, what old games or old IPs that are locked away might be returning. Let me know what you guys think. What about PlayStation price hikes? I know if you don't like it, let me know in the comment section down below. And the security stuff and stuff like that, man. It's been I'll tell you one thing, man. PlayStation, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you excited for the State of Play? Like, are you gonna watch it and see it, or are you just gonna be like, it's gonna be the state of disappointment, I'm gonna carry my ass to sleep and go to bed. I'll catch the replay stuff. But yeah, well, hey, you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna suffer anyway, because I'm gonna watch it and stuff and see what's going on, and hopefully they'll bring something to the table. So it's at 5 p.m. Eastern, so I probably most likely will be at work, so I can't really see it, but I'm probably gonna have to do a pre-recording and stuff like that. And when I get home, and I'll watch the whole thing, and we'll go over it and we'll talk about it. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, so again, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.